Continuing on with question number 20, which of the following shows a negative correlation? Okay, so as I'm reading these questions here, or statements, I'm seeing words that I want to pay very careful attention to. Like in A, the more water I drink, the more energy I have. So as one increases, the other one increases. That's a positive correlation. The more I sleep, the more I want to eat. Here again, positive. But notice this one. The more I exercise, the less I weigh. That would be your negative correlation. And the same thing's true for D. The longer I study, that means more, then the more I remember. That's a positive correlation. So the negative correlation one is C. Then in question 21, we have this carpet installer who's preparing to order carpet for a hallway and a waiting room of an office. Now, I tend to be a visual learner, so I like to draw pictures. So first of all, the hallway is 6 foot wide and 67 feet long. So it's kind of a skinny looking little rectangle here. 6 by 67. And the waiting room is 20 foot wide and 35 feet long. Okay, so we've got a waiting room. That's 20 by 35. And all this is measured in feet. And with a semicircular area by the door measuring 10 foot in diameter. Okay, so we have this semicircle whose diameter is 10 feet. So that whole length is 10. And we're asked to find the amount of carpet that should be ordered. And when we answer this, it doesn't say estimate, it just says round your answer up to the nearest foot. Okay, so we're going to go through some arithmetic here. For this first rectangle is 6 times 67. And then for the second rectangle, it's 20 times 35. And then for the semicircle, now remember a circle, the area, this is our little formula, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So the radius, if the diameter is 10, the radius is 5. So the area of this semicircle is going to be 3.14, that's the pi, times 5 squared. 5 squared. But it's a semicircle, so it's only half that. So we're going to divide that answer by 2. So this is the way we set it up. We've got a rectangle plus this semicircle. And the rest of this is a matter of just typing into our calculator. So that gives us 402 plus 700 plus 39.25. And that equals 1141.25. And it asked us to round it to the nearest foot. So that means to the nearest whole number. So that's going to be 1141 feet squared. That would be the amount of carpet that would need to be ordered. Okay. Moving on to our next question. In 22, we have this table and we're asked which of the following statements is correct. So you're going to have to carefully read each statement to make that decision. So the first one, the percentage of high school students who play video games has increased consistently from 2009 to 2017. So we look down here at video games right here. And from 2009 to 2017, are those numbers consistently going up? No, so it's not that one. The percentage of high school students who read comic books has remained consistent from 2007 to 2017. So comic books, that's on this row. And we're looking at this from 2007 to 2017, and that's pretty close. That's pretty consistent. Okay, so just right off the bat, I'd say this is probably our answer here. But let's read the other two just to be sure. The percentage of high school students who use social media has decreased steadily from 2007 to 2017. So this is social media here, and went up, 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 and I don't know what happened here. I think that's a mistake in their table. And then, so it's not decreasing. And then question part D says the percentage of high school students who volunteer with an organization has declined more rapidly than those who write poetry. So volunteer with an organization. Okay, that's our numbers here. And they are going down. Writing poetry, that's these numbers here, and they are going down. But can I say that volunteering is going down more rapidly? Not really, because it went from 11 to about 7, and this went from 13 to about 8. So I wouldn't choose that one. I would choose part B about the comic books. Okay. Moving on to our next question. According to the graph below, what is the median of the data represented? So in this one, we need to know what all the data is, and that's these numbers here. That's at the top of the bars. It tells you exactly, this bar looks like it's a little over 10,000, but it tells you the number of values it is, which is the number of steps, daily steps taken on Sunday. And this is the number of steps on Monday, and so on. So to find the median, remember with that, you have to order the data. Okay, so we've got to put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So in doing that, the least one is the 10,013. The next one after that would be 10,604. The next one after that is 11,720. And then 11,900. Then 12,936. And then 15,193. And 15,234. And 18,353. So the number of values that I have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, are 8. So the middle one is going to be right here in between these two. So I have 4 on the left and 4 on the right. Well, so to find that middle value, what I have to do is to average these two. So I'm going to take 11,900 plus 12,936 and divide it by 2 to get the median value. So in this case, that's going to be 12,418. So that's the median for that set of data. Just remember to put the data in order first before you start counting.